drop top, something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she brought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he number. Cause we worried about getting figures.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Okay, right?
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete to Washington. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss on that play. And now 4th down gets tougher. 4th and 6. Well, they need 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And some room to run now. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing. Young Wei Koo, kicking off point line.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play lost the game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. It's pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Into the hands of London. Touchdown, Falcons!
Touchdown.
Drake London, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, We always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Ryan. He gets it left side to Johnson. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Play action. It's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Saints nothing. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time you got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Arnold Ebiketie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 21-0 our score after 1. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Three-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 13. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers from others to make the play. Not in this case.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Younghoe Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
And you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Ryan to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It's a gain of 34.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half.
Saints, nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A loss of 2 there, second down. So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Young Wei Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal from 28 yards out. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Well, now they'll try the end around. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. Thomas brings it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. One design run for their wideout. Richie Grant in on the tackle.
Wide receiver carries on the end line.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Cordell Patterson. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 23-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff. Henderson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darrell Henderson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are pouring it on. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know, do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brent,
he's got a man complete. And they let this run upfield across the 45.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Hey, Express! Hey, Tuesday!
Ryan. Here's Johnson with a reception. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
2nd down and goal. Ryan. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, Blue 80!
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
93 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
He's got room past the 30.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but It's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Let's go now.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.